And what I'm going to do is, before I even get into the 50 games challenge, I'm going to do a tier list of all of the characters, in my opinion, before I play the 50 games challenge. So I'm going to do one now where I rank all of the characters where I think they are. And I'm going to do one after I finish doing every single character on the roster. And yes, that's going to take a while, but that's kind of the point. That's literally constant content for you guys. So hopefully no more lazy SteadyFang. Great. So first I'm going to rank the healers, which, because I do have more experience with the healers. Then we're going to go with the tanks, and then we're going to go with the DPSs. So first we have Adam Warlock, and personally, it might be a hot take, but I think he's one of the worst healers, one of the lesser heroes, simply because he lacks the mobility and the survivability that the other tanks do. That the other strategists have. You know, Mantis has her sleep, she has her push pull and her invisibility mechanic. She has the team up with Iron Fist, which is actually really underrated. I don't know why I don't see a lot of people talking about that. It heals and it does knockback, and I'm pretty sure it even counts as like a stun. Like, I think it can stop things. I don't know. It is really good. And she has the freeze, of course, and then she has the self-healing. Like, it's just really good. Jeff, of course, his bubbles are so annoying. His bubbles are really good. He's easily the most survivable. Like, he can completely heal himself. He's just really good. People underrate him. Cloak and Dagger, I don't even need to have a conversation about that. The bubble is stupid. The phase is crazy. Rocket is just annoying. Like, he can just run around everywhere. 2 dashes, you know what I'm saying? Like, a good Rocket won't die. And then a good Loki won't die. But he just has nothing. Like, his whole gimmick for escaping situations involves him dying first. So if he's already died, even if he repositions to a good point, because I've seen on TikTok, right? I've seen some good Adam Warlocks who know how to reposition and get to good advantage positions. But it doesn't matter, because once you get to that good position and you revive, right? In higher ranks, right, you're going to get spotted. No matter where you go, there will be someone with eyes on you watching where you revive. So it doesn't matter if you find a good position, you'll be found. And then even in lower ranks, even if nobody finds where you go to revive, because like I said, I've seen on TikTok people who position and find good positions, right? It doesn't matter, because as soon as you get spotted where you are, you have nothing you can do. You're a sitting horse. So, sitting duck, you know what I mean. So, I'll probably put him maybe B tier. The team revive is good when used right. His healing is really strong. It's really good. But, like, of course, the soul bond is really good, too. I've seen some clips of the soul bond. He's not bad. It's just that, you know, all the other strategies are just so much better. After Adam, of course, we have Mantis. I think Mantis definitely had the fall off of the century, because I do remember when it used to be her and Luna that were just dominating as like a duo healer type thing. But as, you know, things have gone up, her healing output just isn't as good. And I feel like other characters just have better healing than her. So I'm really going to put her in A tier. She used to be S tier, but her ultimate isn't that strong with healing compared to others. Like I said, her healing isn't that strong. And I've said this many times, she's kind of like an off healer to me. You know what I'm saying? And I keep calling them healer, but I mean strategist, because I'm not one of those brain dead Overwatch players who just sees someone who does healing and says, oh, that's a healer. You're not supposed to be doing damage. Yeah, no, they're strategists. But anyways, she's kind of like an off healer. Her heals aren't that strong, but she's good at doing buffs. She's good at doing her own damage. So she's kind of like an all-arounder. So... But that's the thing though, like, that's not really as good in higher ranks, especially with the current triple healer meta going on. Like, with the triple healer, you would see like Luna, you would see Invisible Woman, you would see Cloak and Dagger. Like, they're just the 3 goats of the season, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of just forced her to be out of S tier in my opinion. Plus, her only way of defending herself is the sleep, and honestly, so many people have found ways to get around the sleep that it's not as annoying as it was in the beginning. But yeah, I'd say A tier. Invisible Woman is S tier. Like, that's not questionable. Is it? Like, is that like a problem? Does anyone have a problem with her being S tier? Because, again, invisibility when out of combat is already annoying, right? But then she can activate her invisibility with a double jump. So what made Hawkeye annoying, me as a Spider-Man main trying to dive him, the double jump, she gets that, and it's invisibility, and of course she can do it in any direction. So she pretty much just escapes, no matter what. And then, even worse, she has a push-pull mechanic, which can interrupt stuff. It can, like, cause a lot of chaos. It can, basically, she can do, like, a miniature Bucky hook and just pull you out of position or push you off of her. Like, imagine she just does a push and then jumps backwards off any dive. What do you do against that? Like, dive meta was already buns before, but her existing, and then the storm buff, and then a bunch of other crap just made dive even more impossible. So yeah, she's definitely S tier. Her ultimate is super annoying, because not only are you just invincible inside of it, but also you're invisible, so you can't even see what's going on the outside, and you're slowed. Bro, need I say more? That's a clear S tier. I don't need to say anymore. Luna, she's also S tier, but I would say she's probably a little bit worse than Invisible Woman, simply because Invisible Woman's survivability is what makes her so annoying. Like, I'd say Luna is really good because she can do damage and healing because her shots when she's in her awakened state or whatever goes through people. So she does good damage, good healing. She's a hit scan, so it's a lot easier to dish out her healing. She has a good CC. Her freeze is really good. Her ultimate, obviously being one of the best in the game, super strong. Just 12 seconds of invincibility will always be amazing no matter the game. I think maybe before her miniature nerf, where she used to be able to spam and switch between her healing and her damage boost, I think she might have been above Invisible Woman back then. Maybe not. I don't know. But I just know, yeah, definitely after its nerf, it's not a significant one, but it's definitely a little bit noticeable. Yeah, she did get a little bit worse. But if, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, if she had the Iron Fist team up in her base kit, she'd be S tier. Like that, she'd be above Invisible Woman because that Get Off Me tool is just so good when mixed with her freeze. But yeah, definitely just a little bit worse than Invisible Woman in my opinion. But next we have Jeff. I'd put him in B tier, but maybe above Adam. Yeah, his personal self-survivability, his team healing is pretty good. The speed boost he gives at the start to help people get to the point is good. He just basically is around the same level as Adam, but he can survive better. And then of course when he pops ult, right, he can really just destroy an entire team. Like his ult is just still so annoying. Like I get in higher ranks it doesn't land as much, but his ult is not that bad. I've seen people say it's trash, but like I still think if done right it could really disrupt. Like you just don't have time to react to it. Like the second you hear it, if he's just in good position, you just die. Like it's over, and he'll just getting as a healer, getting 1 or 2 kills. It doesn't matter if you can't get the whole team. Getting 1 or 2, like if you could just get their healers, it's over. His healing output is pretty good too. The beam is pretty good. The bubbles, again, really good for a movement and stuff like that. Again, he just survives way better than Adam, and then has healing on par with Adam, I'd say. They're interchangeable though. They're definitely interchangeable in my opinion. Cloak and Dagger's easy S tier. That's not even debatable, and I'd say they're definitely above Luna as well. Cloak's ability to just have a button click that survives ults is insane to me. The movement off of that ability as well is pretty good. Again, I haven't seen any Cloak and Dagger players who are proficient enough with the phase to dodge ults, but I've seen some clips here and there of people who time it right, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like anyone who in their base kit has a way to survive ultimates or is already pretty good. Like Magik with her teleports being able to survive ultimates because of the iframes, Star-Lord being able to survive ults because of the iframes. Even Hulk doing his transformation. I've seen Bruce Banners who've delayed their transformation just so they can survive ults using the transformation iframes. Stuff like that, already I think you're a little bit better than you should be just having those iframes. But then, not only does she get the iframes off the move, but the entire team. Like I said, I've seen clips, you know, helping the entire team survive Iron Man ults, Witch ults, all that sort of stuff. Speaking of Cloak and Dagger, what also makes Cloak and Dagger so good, in my opinion, is that she's so easy. Everybody plays her. I don't think I've gone a single game where I've seen someone having a regular Cloak and Dagger image. Everyone's a Lord. Like, and so you basically guaranteed that you're going to get a Cloak and Dagger. And also, I've never run into a bad Cloak and Dagger, you know? They're always, like, average or up to par. Now, I haven't seen any crazy ones, like I said, using the phase to help the team dodge ults and stuff like that. I haven't seen no crazy stuff, but again, I haven't run into a bad Cloak and Dagger, and I feel like that's what also pushes her up to S tier. But spending too much time. Rocket, unfortunately, I love Rocket so much, but he's got to go in like B tier. He's definitely underrated. He's definitely underrated because a lot of people, they'll play him, right? And they'll play him like a healer. Like he's supposed to just sit back and heal. But in my opinion, he's not supposed to be played like that. He's meant to be a strategist, like the name tells you, and he's meant to help the team win fights by doing whatever he can. He'll provide a little bit of healing. He can heal and fight at the same time. That's what he's meant to be doing. So if you're just sitting back holding right click, of course you're not going to be doing as good as Luna. You know what I'm saying? Because Luna is more of a healer-focused character. Like, that's her whole kit. But, and yes, I've seen people make the comparison that she can out-heal and do damage at the same time than him. But that's only in her awakened state. In her normal state, her bullets don't go through people. So technically, she's meant to mostly be doing healing. She can do both, but like, you get my point. He can have the orbs out and shooting bullets, so he's literally doing both at the same time. He doesn't have to swap and choose. He can do both. And that's how I feel like he should be playing. And if you bank shot the heals off walls, you can literally make them bounce in between walls and keep the healing constant while you're fighting. And then, of course, having the respawn beacon is pretty good. And people complain about the amplifier, but the amplifier is really good. It's a 25% damage increase. Do you understand how significant that is? That makes Spider-Man's combo, for example, one-shot. The right click into the web pull into the uppercut, that one-shots now. Hela can two-shot now, I believe, with that. I think Hawkeye, he already could one-shot, but I think he can two-shot body shot. Of course, Widow can one-shot headshot, but do you see what I'm saying here? Like, it's a pretty significant buff, and y'all are just complaining because you're sheep. No offense. A lot of people who complain about it are just sheep, okay? Like, I said it. It's really not that bad. So, and plus, again, his survivability is insane. He can hold chokes on his own because of a small hitbox. I get that Jeff can kind of do it better, but, like, Rockets is still pretty good. Like, we don't got to underrate Rockets, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I would say if you play Rocket, though, just go ahead and switch to Jeff. I mean, Jeff is kind of just a little bit better. But at the same time, again, the respawn beacon is still really good. 45 seconds for a free revive, you know? And if you partner him, like, in a triple healer meta, he's still really good. Put him, and then, of course, he has one of the best team-ups in the game with the Punisher and the Winter Soldier, which I feel like also keeps him from being C-tier. That team-up is really good. But, yeah, no more yapping. Surprisingly, I'm going to put Loki in A-tier. People were definitely underrating him as well, but his versatility is just so good. It's just like he's one of those characters that aren't bread and butter, so people didn't know how to play him properly, but he's actually really good. I think he's better than Jeff. I think he's better than Adam. He's better than Rocket for sure, because survivability is really good. The immortality is really good. It can survive ults. Like if you do what's it called, any character who has an ability that they could just pop out, like a regular ability that can survive ults, is really good. So Soul Bond is really good, but it has like a stupid long cooldown. Like the Loki immortality, I mean, Soul Bond is good, but Loki immortality I feel like is better because you have to destroy the seeds, but certain ults won't destroy the seeds, you know? Soul Bond, you can out damage it, I think. And if there's not enough people nearby, it's over. You know, like if you're by yourself, like if you get isolated in the back line and get ulted, like if two healers are by themselves in the back line and get ulted and Adam tries to Soul Bond, they're cooked. I'm pretty sure a lot of ults that it won't save them. I don't know. I don't play much Adam. I'm going to play him soon. But I'm pretty sure he still dies. But Loki immortality, no matter what, if that seed doesn't get destroyed, you don't die. And I think that's super cool. And then, of course, the ability to copy any ultimate in the game is super good. His healing output and damage output are also really considerable. The infinite invisibility is also so annoying. That makes her really annoying. So him having it too, you see why he's really annoying. So yeah, it was a lack of skill on the community's part with playing him, but as the time is going on, I'm seeing a lot more people being able to play him, and because there's a triple healer meta going on right now, him being in that triple healer meta is super good, because he can decide if he wants to do a third healer ult, or if he wants to disrupt and do a DPS ult. That just makes him really good. It's like if you do Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just can copy the enemy and just play like the enemy. Like, if he knows, if Loki is good enough to play every character on the roster, which is why I want to do the 50 games challenge, because I may make Loki one of my characters that I play. Because imagine a Loki, right? You're fighting him, he's doing healing, and then you run up to him as, like, let's just say Panther or Spider-Man. He copies you and doesn't pop ult. He just blitzes you with your character. Do you understand the possibilities with that? That is so insane, in my opinion. And I feel like once players really, like a year from now, when players really start to master the roster, we're going to see a lot more Lokis, and they're going to do a lot more crazier stuff, because 15 seconds on someone else's character, if you know how to play it right, can be insane. Like, really, really insane. Like, imagine 15 seconds with 2 Venoms on the enemy team. That's disgusting. That'll win a team fight right there. That is 2,000 HP that you have to shred. And then he still has ult. He dives. He does right click. He does his E. He pops ult. He gets more time in the back line. And then he can still swing out and then turn back into Loki with full health and then have more healing and then the immortality field. Do you understand how crazy? Let me stop, bro. You guys get it. You guys get it. But yeah. That's all the healers. I feel like that's good spots for all of them. Captain America, I want to put him in B. I want to put him above Rocket, but I might put him below Adam. He's good. He's very good at disrupting, but I just don't think he's that crazy yet. I don't know. I haven't seen enough Captain Americas to give a formal opinion, but I've seen some outliers. I've seen some people who can really do crazy on Cap. Excuse me, but I haven't seen, like, enough. You know, I haven't seen enough to put him higher. So he's definitely better than Rocket. I see a lot more value from him than I see from Rocket. But I don't see enough team value from him. Like, his ult is like a good team up. His ult is basically like a support ult. He boosts everyone's speed and healing, but that's literally what hers does, you know? Like, why just have her do that, you know? Like, so, again, I could be wrong. I wouldn't be mad if you guys flame me for this, but, like, all you Cap mains, I know, I'm sorry, but, like, I just can't put him any higher, because I just don't see it. Strange is easy S tier. The team value he provides is just too insane. I might put him above Luna. I don't know if he goes above these two because their value is just so much higher than his. Like, you know what's funny? If Wolverine simply didn't exist, I think he'd be higher. But it's the fact that Wolverine exists and he just has to bend over for Wolverine. He can't do anything in that case. Like, I think that's what makes him lower. Like, because Wolverine simply just removes all of the tanks from the game, which is, you're going to see where I rank him later. But, yeah, he just can't do anything. But these two, for example, no matter what the situation...
Hey, yo.
All right, bro, I know you're saying, hey, yo, but, like, am I wrong, though? Like, what actually can Strange do? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I watch flats. I watch a lot of pro streamers who play tanks. They always have to counter swap. That's why Hulk is meta right now. Because not only does Hulk get the good team up, but he can arguably survive against Wolverine with his bubble and his mobility. He can get away, you know, but Strange can't do anything. Like, he gets dove, he gets isolated, he just gets absolutely touched. He can't do anything. So the only thing he has is flight, but I don't even know if that's going to do much because Wolverine can just chase him down. He can't go too far. But yeah, he's still very valuable though to the team. Of course, he can block Hela ult. He could do a lot with that shield. If he plays a role in cover and he has good positioning, he's really good. His ult just wins fights. And obviously the portal is just the stupidest thing ever, bro. Like, not in a bad way, but just like, it's so stupidly strong. Like, I don't think the portal will ever be bad. Like, and the creativity I've seen from the fan base, like using portal into Wanda ult, using portal into Iron Man ult, just using like I saw a Flats clip where he was playing Hulk and his team was losing. And on the last fight, he switched to Strange, made a portal, and they portaled back. And he just went crazy on Strange. Like, with all the animation cancels, like, I don't play Strange, but I know with the left click into the whip, and then the reload animation cancel, like, I learned fast, bro. I was watching all that. And the fluidity with the gameplay was just, oh my god. Like, having Strange in your pocket like that is just so good. So, he has to be S tier with that. But, Groot's next. He's very underrated. I think he's A tier. I would put him S tier, but if I put him S tier, then I'd have to put, well, no, I wouldn't. But, yeah, he's definitely S tier. I feel, well... I want to put him S tier actually. Let me explain, and then I'll decide while I'm explaining. It's because what I consider a good tank to be is someone who can either gain their health back, or like by themselves, or they have a shield. So in Captain America's case, in Doctor Strange's case, in Magneto's case, in all their cases, they have shields, right? They have ways to block damage. Okay, but then in the cases of, or even Hulk has the bubble, so he can block damage too. But in the cases of Venom, Peni, and what other tanks do we have? Yeah, Venom, Peni. Yeah, just in the cases of Venom and Peni, they just gain their health back. Like, Peni stands on her own webbing, she gets her health back. Venom can use ult, uses E, he gets a bunch of shield, health back, you know what I'm saying? He can be more survivable that way. So that's what makes a good tank. You have to have one or the other. But Groot, he has both, and I think he has the largest base health pool in the game of like, what, 800, 900? He has a way to sustain his own health, and he has shields. Yeah, I think that's definitely A tier. He may move up to S tier. Like, so I'm going to keep him in mind, and I may change him to S tier later. But as of right now, he's for sure an A tier. Hulk is really good right now. Like, he's really good with the team up he provides, and like the shield, the ult. But he has such a high skill ceiling that, like, he's good, but the average player wouldn't be able to get the value out of Hulk that I've seen pro players get. You know what I'm saying? So the potential is there, but like Strange, for example, he doesn't take that much skill to be dominating lobbies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to be like a pro player to do the basic animation cancels, to use your portal properly. That's basic stuff. But with Hulk's gameplay rotation, you need to be like proficient at games to be able to make him work, or you will get rolled. You know what I'm saying? So what I might do, because Groot's also not that hard. Like, if you just have a brain, right? If you just use your walls, like for, well, he takes a brain too. Yeah, I think that's also what will decrease him. I've seen some bad Groot players. Yeah. Okay, I'll be fair. So I'll leave him at A, and I'll probably put Hulk above, right here. All right, there we go. Yeah, they would be S. I promise you they would be S, but I'm trying to go off the average here. Like, this isn't a pro player tier list, and I'm not a pro player myself, not yet. So I can't put them in S, even though they probably should be, just because of the average community players. Like, you're not going to see them being able to play him that well. Now, as a character, I do think he's still really good, but it just takes a lot to make his kit good. It's like, for example, Spider-Man. Like, if I saw, like, a pro player Spider-Man, for example, I would say that character's, like, high A, maybe even S tier, because of how that player makes him work. So So his kit has the potential to be an S tier if you use it right, but it takes so much to get that S tier level of value when there's characters who can just get that S tier level of value so much easier. You see what I'm saying? That plays a factor. Because again, Hulk and Groot, you have to play out of your fucking mind to get to S tier level, right? You have to be smart, which again, if you play Hulk and you play Groot, you probably disagree with me, but like that's the thing, you play these characters, right? But like I could hop on Strange right now and probably be on the level of like some S tier Strange players, because he's not that hard. But Hulk, he for sure there's like a whole play style. Like I've seen Hulk, him having ultimate combos, like when he's in ult, that's not stuff you just know how to do. Like you have to look up videos for that. Like Groot, wall placement, positioning, all that sort of stuff, you have to know that. But Strange, no. But I'm gonna stop yapping about that. Hulk definitely A tier. He's gotten a lot better over time as people started to learn how to play him. I remember when people used to say he was trash, he was a free ult charge, but once people started to learn things like how good the team up was with Iron Man and Strange, people learned that he could farm ult charge off of his bubble. They learned about how good his movement was, like they had the jump pre-charged and would just use it to escape and enter combat. Some people, I've even seen body block ults using the bubble. Like, it's insane what I've seen Hulk players do now. So yeah, he's definitely A tier. He would be S tier if like the average player could get to Strange levels of utility with Hulk, but that's just not happening. But anyways, Penny's severely underrated. Like, I just think not enough people know how to play her yet. I feel like she's gonna have a similar situation to how Hulk was, you know? But at the same time, I do see in higher ranks that they're literally just destroying her traps, you know what I'm saying? Like, which is a lot of her value. But I still think she's maybe top of B tier. I want to put her in A, but I just feel like there's going to be so many characters going into A tier. I don't want to flood A tier. Anyways, Penny is still really good. Her self-healing off the webs is good. She has really good mobility considering that she's a tank. Like, for tank standards, her mobility is pretty good. Her being able to stop so many ults in the game with just a web, which goes on like a 3-second cooldown, is insane. Like, if you ever thought that the Luna freeze was annoying, if you ever thought that the Mantis sleep was annoying, then yeah, Penny web, like every 3 seconds is the most annoying shit ever. Like a good Penny will be spamming that fucking web and it comes back every 3 seconds. I genuinely think that kind of might need a nerf. Like, her being able to use that web so much is so annoying. Like, as a Spider-Man player, I have to switch off. Like, the mines, like her bombs, she can hide in places, and then her just being able to web every 3 seconds just stops me. Like, if I'm playing Venom or Spidey and I dive, it's web. Okay, I'm free. Web. Again. Okay, I'm free. Web. Freeze. Sleep. Like, alright, okay? Like, it's annoying. And then especially on certain maps where she has good bomb placement, like a Penny can be super, super annoying. So, I might put her top of B. A tier is going to get me a lot of hate, like a lot of backlash, but definitely top of B. I think she is better than Jeff. I think she's better than, well, I think I might switch Jeff and Adam, low-key. Do I want to do that? I just think Adam's healing is stronger, maybe. The soul bond is really good. Yeah, I might switch Jeff and Adam right quick. Yeah, I'll switch these two. But, I still think she might be better than Adam. Adam's ultimate is good, but she's just so underrated. Like, y'all probably gonna call me crazy for that, but she's really just underrated. People don't use her right. Like, I'm not gonna bend the knee for public backlash. Like, I truly believe she's good. Y'all just don't know how to play her right. Like, I was saying that about Loki too, and I'm still saying that about Rocket. People just don't know how to play these characters. They listen to the popular streamers say that they're bad, and then they just assume, oh yeah, they're bad. Like Black Widow, for example, I still think Widow's not that bad. But people will say, oh my god, she's terrible, because Flat said it, Necro said it, SK, all these people said it. Like, okay. How about you play the character yourself and find out for yourself, bro? Because again, they're not that bad. I played Rocket, I have hours on Rocket, he's not that bad. You just have to know how to play him to make him good. But anyways, Venom, I think is really good. I think he's A tier, like, easily. He gets countered really well in higher ranks, so I think he's bottom of A tier. But I sincerely think that you have to straight up figure out how to counter him, or he's going to tear up your lobby. Like, you need to coordinate CCs to stop him. Like, you need, like, a Penny or something. Like, if Penny's not on your team to set up mines to stop him from diving, or if there's not on Namor, constantly pouring damage into him, like, ripping through his armor, or there's not, like, a high damage character, you know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all just have, like, a basic comp, he'll tear you apart. Like, he's really good. And he's also a really good counter to Wolverine, because Wolverine is also currently really good. And if you can survive Wolverine as a tank, then you're already a lot better. Like, Groot, for example, can't survive Wolverine. You can't survive Wolverine. Magneto kind of can with his own bubble, I guess. But, like, you see what I'm saying? But Hulk can survive with his own bubble. Venom easily survives the best, though. Like, he has the web swinging to get away. He has the armor to increase his armor. Like, he's just the best for surviving. And I think that might make him a little bit higher. I'm not going to put him above Mantis. That's OD. But, yeah, being able to survive Wolverine as a tank just increases your value so much more, in my opinion. But not going to harp on that too long. Magneto is probably S tier. I think the buff to the... Well, the Witch Sword buff doesn't really mean too much, I guess. I think I'm just going to include it as a little bit of added value. He's able to survive Wolverine, which is really good. He's able to shield teammates from ults, which Hulk does. Well, Are we at a point to where I can say that Hulk is the S tier and Magneto is the A tier? Because I'm really thinking that's the case. Like, actually, because Magneto has 1 bubble, but Hulk has 3, right? And then Hulk has good mobility. I think he has better survivability because, like, again, Magneto has the shields, which are cool. Plus, I mean, Hulk's ult is way better. I mean, no. Magneto can one-shot out of healer ult. I've got to remember that. Yeah, he's really good for countering healer ults. He can one-shot them out of it. So, I think he'll stay in S. He's barely an S, barely. Like, I'm still tempted to put him in high A and then put Hulk in S. Because I feel like what makes Magneto good is his ability to bubble healers if they're getting dove. His shield, which has infinite health, but it just goes on a cooldown timer. But I don't know. I mean, like, I think Wolverine just being able to shred him. Like, he could put his bubble on himself, but, like, that's also him making him waste his cooldown. While, for example, like, Hulk using bubble. If Hulk uses bubble, I mean, that's a good thing. Please. Like, try to rip apart Hulk while he has bubble. You're feeding him ult. That he kind of wants you to do that. But Magneto wasting bubble like that, he gets nothing for it, to my knowledge. He might, I don't know if he gets ult charge, he might, but, like, it's not like Hulk. Like, Hulk's ult charge is, like, you have to speak about it. Like, if you damage Hulk with that bubble up, he gets ult charge. It's a statement. But, plus his team up isn't that valuable. Plus, Hulk is good for holding points. Magneto's just good for one-shotting. Okay. I've decided. I'll leave him in S tier simply because there's a triple healer meta going on, and being able to shut down the triple healer meta with your ult is pretty good. But if the triple healer meta dies, right? If it gets worse and then Wolverine doesn't get touched, I'm switching them. If Magneto's shield breaks, you get the three charges back. Oh, I see. Only because there's a triple healer meta. Plus, I do think his right click is pretty good. If, like, let's say Invisible Woman pops ult, right? If you coordinate with your team, you can use the right click to push someone out of the ult. And then maybe use a Bucky or, like, a Spider-Man to pull them even further and just isolate them. I think if you strategize, he could be really good. So against triple healer meta, I think he's strong. Because, again, like I said, he can kill people inside of ults, which is why Iron Man's going to be ranked pretty high in a bit. But he can counter the triple healer meta. Yeah, he'll stay S tier. But if the triple healer meta gets nerfed and then Wolverine doesn't get touched, because, again, Wolverine touches him. But, yeah, if that happens, then Hulk is absolutely going into S tier. And then he's going to go, like, an A tier. So that's just how it's going to go. But after that, now we finally get to the... Oh, I forgot about Thor. I was wondering if I missed a tank. Thor is... where do I want to put him? He's like... he's... him being CC immune in his ult is pretty good now. But... I think the average Thor player still kind of buns. Like, I've seen Captain America's be more annoying than Thor's, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in lower ranked lobbies like Gold and stuff, I've seen annoying Captain Americas that know what they're doing. I just don't find that many Thors that disrupt that much. You know? His ult is good, but, like, his ult doesn't even really kill for real. Like, you have, like, a billion years to get away from that final hit. You don't even get slowed, to my knowledge. Yeah. I think Thor definitely does get a lot more value because he gives Storm the team up. And Storm is really good right now. Captain America is also really good. And also, you know, Thor existing makes Cap better. But again, the thing with Thor is you have to know what you're doing with him. You have to manage your cooldowns properly. You have to know how to play him correctly. And there's just not, like, the average Thor player is not going to know how to do that. And even if you're a good Thor, I still feel like you need so much team backup to help you. Like, for example, Venom or, like, Doctor Strange could be with a bad team and they can still pop off, you know? But if Thor's playing with a bad team that's not really giving them good healing, if they're not positioning right, he just gets walked all over, right? Like, he doesn't have good movement either. Like, his one dash every 10 years is eh. He doesn't have a way to block damage either. His Thor Force state costs all 3 of his bars, so, like, literally once he uses that, that's pretty good damage, but, like, then he has to wait to get it back. Like, it's just, it takes so much brain power to get him value, and then he needs a good team behind him to give him even more value. When characters like Captain America can kind of do things on his own, you know? Venom definitely can operate on his own. He's a dive. Hulk can operate on his own. I think Groot somewhat can operate kind of on his own, you know? Doctor Strange definitely could operate on his own. He can carry a team. Surely he can. And then Magneto kind of needs a team to help him, but, like, he can still mostly operate on his own. See what I'm saying here? But, like, Thor really can't. If Thor's by himself on the point, he's dying. Like, he's not doing anything. But Hulk can survive for a bit. Groot can survive for a bit. Strange can survive for a bit. Like, you see what I'm saying here? He just takes so much to make good. But I'm not going to yap too much about it. Anyways, let's get to the DPSs. Tickle Monster, you're definitely going in probably bottom of A. Because, again, right? I was going to make a TikTok on it, but I decided not to. Anyone who calls Black Panther the Tickle Monster, unironically, you just don't know how to play the character. Like, I am tired of logging onto TikTok. What'd you say? Make an F tier and put him in it? No. Listen, hear me out. If you call Black Panther the Tickle Monster, unironically, you don't know how to play the character. And here's why. It's because I'm tired of going onto TikTok and seeing another Tickle Monster video, right? And then it's a Black Panther trying to either 1v6, or he's trying to kill Loki through his totem, or he's trying to kill through Soul Bond, or he's trying to attack through an ult, or some bullshit. Like, okay, bro, you're not the Tickle Monster, you're just stupid, right? He's really good. He's really, really good. Like, and Black Panther truly, he needs to be counterpicked. He's one of those characters that is so annoying that if you simply do not change your team's format, if he's destroying y'all, you lose. You lose. Like, you need to switch things up. Like, your healers need to swap around. You may need to get a Namor on the team. You may need to get a Peni on the team. You need to switch things up. And a character like that is still strong. Now, I'll admit, a bad Black Panther will show. He's really bad. But it's not that hard to get good with Panther. That's the thing. People are just scared, right? It's not that hard. You find an off angle. You either double spear and then double dash to get an instant kill on one person, or you can just abuse the entire backline doing spear dash, spin kick dash, and then people say his ult is bad because they don't know how it works. It doesn't one-shot people because it resets all of his cooldowns and it gives marks on everybody. Do you understand how crazy that is for a Panther's kit? And his nerf wasn't even that bad. His nerf was a nerf to his health, not his damage. So he still hits like a truck. And then, who cares if he has less health? You can't hit him! Like, you can't! I'm finna tweak out! I'm putting him above Loki. No, I'm not. Alright, let me chill. Let me chill. He's not above Loki, in my opinion. But, you see my point here? Like, yeah, like, he's not the hardest. I feel like 4-star difficulty is fair for him. He's not 5-star. He's not that hard. And it does take a bit of game sense to know how to play him and a bit of positioning and luck. But people need to understand, there's 2 things that comes to playing Panther as someone who's dabbled with Panther. There's 2 things. First of all, you need to understand that every time you dive, you don't need to get a kill. You can get value from your dive if you maybe make the opponent do something, right? If you make them pop ult, or you make Loki use his totem, or you make Adam use Soul Bond, if you make the enemy supports use their CCs, something. If you do that and then leave, that is still a good dive. Especially if you can bait out a totem from Loki or a Soul Bond. Because you understand how long those cooldowns are? If you bait those out, you basically just win the team fight if you can just dive again and then get the same person. Because now they can't defend themselves. You see what I'm saying? Like, just because you dove doesn't mean you need to waste all of your cooldowns trying to get this one kill when Loki totem is up. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to. So, he's A tier. He's A tier. You have to counter him or you lose. Say all that to say, Widow is top of C tier. That's, like, that shouldn't be debatable. She's really good. She's underrated. Like, I think she really is underrated because being able to nearly one-shot headshot somebody is still really strong, in my opinion. And if she works on support, as in, like, if she only targets people who are already low, she can just farm. Like, I've seen clips. Like, I watch Kenzo. Like, I watch a lot of people who pop off with Black Widow. They just need to play smart. And her recent buff to her sprint is really good. And she's hard to dive, too. Like, she can do her whole combo with the kick into the grapple, into the guaranteed headshot. That can one-shot somebody. You know that, right? And then you can't react to it. Her kick is actually so useful. Exactly. And it can cancel. She can cancel every roll. I didn't even know that part. But I just know it's really good. The only thing I think about her kick that's bad is the decade-long cooldown it has. I feel like if they decrease the cooldown, simply if they decrease it on the kick to maybe be about 5 seconds, maybe even 4, she could easily be B tier or maybe even middle or high B tier, you know? And her ult is pretty shit. But I've seen good Widows, for example. Like, I've seen them stop Cloak and Dagger ult, for example. Like, when she ults and she stops for a second, just one clean shot to the head. I've seen it happen. A good 10-second cooldown is good enough. I mean, I agree. I mean, the kick's not that broken. That's why I don't think it'd be too crazy to give it a lesser cooldown, you know? Because she doesn't really have a good way to defend herself without the kick. But all in all, she's very underrated. I think a lot of people who are trolling and putting her in D tier or F tier just don't know how to play the character. They don't have an understanding. But yeah, I just think C tier is pretty fair. She's not the best, but she's definitely underrated. But anyways, Hawkeye, yeah, you're top of A. Well, no, you're worse than Hulk. You're right here. And he would be S if he wasn't getting banned all the time. But I just don't see him as much anymore as I used to. The one-shot headshot mechanic is still annoying. But his range getting nerfed makes him a lot more bearable. So he can't one-shot you from Kansas, you know what I'm saying? But it's still pretty busted. I still think he shouldn't be able to one-shot at all. I think that's stupid. But, yeah, I mean, I think he's more bearable now. He still gets banned all the time, which also keeps him from being S. But, yeah, he's not that bad. He's a lot easier to dive than he used to be because, well, not, I don't know why. He just feels easier to dive, right? Like, yeah, as a good Hawkeye, around mid-A. I'd still say he's better currently than, like, a lot of these characters. His raw damage output is super good, and then his ult is just what puts him in A. Like, his ult is just so strong, in my opinion. He can really 1v6 with that ult. It's so strong. Like, he doesn't even need to hit your head. If he just, like, just your body, like, he'll melt a tank like that. You can't survive that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's disgusting. So he'll do that to a Spider-Man. He'll do that to a Panther. Like, it's so annoying. So I think his ult simply is what boosts him to be higher in A. But yeah, if he didn't have that ult, he'd probably be like bottom or middle of A. But yeah, the ult is really what picks him up even higher, in my opinion. Yeah, I think Hawkeye's still gonna be somewhere in A tier. I think he's really good, and if you play him properly, you have good positioning, you have good ult usage. He's stupid strong, as long as he's not banned, of course. Hela is sneaky, still S tier in my opinion. Her value is still so good. Like, well, I don't know. Here's the thing. I still think she's one of the best DPSs, and if I don't put her in S tier, well, no, okay. Here's the thing. I think she's still S tier because her consistency, right? Because Hawkeye has moments where he can't really do much, like he's not that good. He has inconsistent moments. But Hela is a constant in every game. She will either always need to be banned, or she's good at countering the flyers like Iron Man and Storm, because they're definitely doing really good right now, the flyers. Her ult is really good. It forces Strange to go up and block it, and forcing Strange out of combat, even though your ult's not killing people, forcing Strange to leave the fight to stop you and you alone is really good, because now the front line on the battle, like on the ground, now they have one less tank, and you can use that opportunity to steamroll. Like, if you coordinate that, like, if you bait the Strange into purposefully blocking, your team can either light up his shield to destroy it faster, so your ult still gets kills, or you can just steamroll the whole team, because now they don't have a tank, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some mental things you can do here, you know? Plus, again, her shots are still fast. Like I said, her rate of fire is still fast. Her CC, like, her suction is still really good. Her mobility, like, with the bird, is still really good. I just don't see any downsides or flaws in her character. And plus, she can still two-shot headshot, which, again, her with good aim is disgusting. So, yeah, or three-shot body shot, I believe. So, yeah, nah, she's still going to be, like, bottom of S. She's not as strong as she used to be. But I still think, out of all the DPSs, she's still, like, up there. Next is Iron Fist. He's, like, C tier? I'd say he's above Widow. Yeah. He's good at pressuring tanks, you know? But, like, there's Wolverine. You can have Wolverine do that better. He's good at diving, but then there's Panther. Panther can do that better. He can self-heal, but, like, yeah, he has to survive the fight to be able to do that, you know? Like, he requires a good team, I'd say. Or, like, a good DPS to... Oh, appreciate the follow. But, he requires a good team with him. Like, there's just so many things that go into making him good. And then, it's like, his ult is like so bad, you know? Like, because everybody just looks at him and he'll just explode, right? Like, the parry is good, but I don't think it provides enough. He just explodes, right? I mean, if he uses it at the right time and in the right place, yeah, maybe, but like, I don't know. I just think he just explodes. Anyway, Iron Man is S tier. That's undoubtable. I'm putting him right. I think he's above Magneto. No, because Magneto counters him. Magneto literally counters his ult in like 3 different ways. So, because Magneto can bubble, he can block, he can suck it up, literally. Which, if he sucks it up, it just makes his ult do more damage. So yeah, Iron Man is for sure countered by him. But currently in the meta, Iron Man is disgusting. He's surely S tier. With the Hulk team up or without it, he's just so annoying. Like, even without the Hulk team up, if you just put him on a team with like Storm, he's still annoying. Because if he plays around the Storm, then it's just disgusting. He's just so powerful right now. So he does get countered by a lot of stuff, but a good Iron Man who plays around cover and just like divvies up the damage and just like, he's just a threat. Like, he will make a team a problem, and he can do the thing that makes him good in my opinion, and he can stop healer ults. He can one-shot them out of their ult. And who cares about Invisible Woman ult when he can just maximum pulse and kill everyone inside of there, like if he does it right. You know what I'm saying? Like he still gets a lot of value even in triple healer meta. So it doesn't matter. And if you can get value in triple healer meta, then you're still really good in my opinion. So yeah, he'll be S tier. Definitely not as stronger than any of these characters. So he's still really good, but he's definitely not the best. Magik, solid B tier. She's like, I'd say like right here. She would be above Peni, but Penny is a hard counter to her. Like with all those mines on the ground, she just explodes literally. So you're not better than Peni in my opinion, but you're still really strong. Her one-shot combos are really, really good. And the only reason I had Panther above Peni, even though Penny is a counter to him, is because he still gets value. Like, because, I mean, she's not really as good at flanking as he is, you know? His whole thing is flanking and destroying a backline. So he can get around her mines, but she needs to be, like, on the front, I'd say. Like, she's in, like, the fray, getting hits, dealing damage, causing disruption. She's not really flanking as much, you know? Her kit isn't really for that, when his is. So that's why I'm saying, like, with how she has to position and fight, she just counters that so well. Now she does have the iframes with the portals, so she's still really good at surviving, and she has the demon, which can also help divvy up her damage across an entire team. So that's still really strong too. But sad to say, she's just I don't know, bro. Like I don't. Plus her ult gets countered so easily. Like she just explodes, kind of like he does. But of course, at least her ult heals her more, and then she can use her iframes with her portals, and she can still do one-shot combos, I think. So I don't know. But I can't put her above Peni in confidence because Peni is like her best counter. So Mr. Fantastic, we'll do him. He's somewhere in C tier. Maybe, no, he's in C tier. And I think he's better than Iron Fist. He's like top of C. Because it's just, his survivability is good. Really good. But he's not, like, he requires so much skill to make him valuable that I don't think it's worth it. Like, it's not. And I mean, he can provide armor to his backline. I mean, he's good at protecting a backline. He can beat any DPS in a 1v1, which is cool. But like, I don't know. It's just he takes so much skill to make good. And my opinion may change the more I play him, but his ult is his survivability gets to a point like he needs the Invisible Woman team up in my opinion to just like make him more survivable. Cause like it's like he doesn't have the survivability necessary to do the play style he wants to do. And then, like, it's like, he's an off-tank, but his damage is bad, and then his tanking is not the best. So, like, you have to play sporadically. Like, you have to do a bit of both. He's like Rocket, you know? How Rocket is bad at DPS. No, I'm sorry. Rocket is bad at damage and healing, people say. I don't really believe that. But, like, his healing isn't that good, and his damage isn't that good. He's kind of like an off-healer, and he's kind of mid at both. Like, he's kind of the same. Mr. Fantastic, his damage isn't that good. And then his healing and survivability is not that good. So you have to play out of your mind to get him value. And he has good movement, like with his E, and he can pull himself. But like, you'll be doing that a lot. Like, I don't know. Maybe I need to play him more. I am doing the 50 games challenge today, so we'll get to see. But yeah, it's just, he's not that good. MoonKnight, he's definitely somewhere in the A tier. I'd say he's worse than Panther. It's really not even MoonKnight that's bad. It's just MoonKnight players. Like, I swear, it's like they're a hive mind. They're stupid. A lot of them are. Like, and no offense to my boy Kibbles, who is a MoonKnight main. He's good. He is a model MoonKnight. And honestly, MoonKnight is being boosted and carried by people like Kibbles because he knows how to play. Because MoonKnight is really like Hela. He can two-shot, headshot. His damage is insane. He's really busted. But people just try to use him like an aimbot character. Like, they'll place the Ankh and just try to let the Ankh do all the work. When, no, he's much better than that. Actually, I think he needs to be higher. Because, again, he can also counter healer ults because his ult does so much damage. It can kill through healer ults. So, he might actually have to go higher. I think he's better than Mantis, actually. Yeah, because Mantis' ult is actually not that good compared to other healers. I think he's better than Groot, too. Maybe. I think he's better than Hawkeye in more situations. No, he gets dove too easily. If he gets dove, he dies. Let me... I'll put him, like, right here. That's pretty fair. I mean, Venom eats him alive. Yeah. And then maybe I'll put, like, Mantis. Nah, he's above Mantis. Yeah. Like, he'll shred a Mantis. He'll shred a Loki. Like, it's like, he's not that hard to be good with. People just need to stop being lazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like... Because, again, with Hulk, for example... Hulk takes a skill city, like, he takes a lot of skill to make him good, but once you get that skill, then he's really good. But the average player can't do that, you know what I'm saying? The average player doesn't know how to manage all of that. But with MoonKnight, the average player can make him really good. They just be lazy. Like, they be trying to do the Ankh strategy of just placing an Ankh, and they just want to keep left-clicking at the ult. I'm sorry, at the Ankh, and then they want everything to die. That's not how it works. Your shots still reflect, even if you don't have the Ankh up. The Ankh is kind of just for, like, I'd say maybe to secure a fight or secure a kill. Like, if you really can't hit your shots, they're too far away, I'd say the Ankh is for that. You don't want to just use it just to be lazy, you know? Just work on your aim, go for headshots, you'll be fine, you know? But, I still think he's really strong. He has so many ways to one-shot, and then his ult can counter healers, so I think that's really good. But yeah, let me see. Namor is really good. Namor is, like... above Hawkeye. Like, Namor is so underrated, bro. Like, there'll be a Namor on the enemy team, and you won't notice them, and then suddenly he'll be MVP with, like, 50 kills, bro. He's insane. Like, his ability to completely shut down dives is disgusting. Like, it's to the point where I don't think any single dive in the game can play if Namor is not dealt with, you know? Like, he is such a problem. And his damage is so good. His ammo is infinite. His team up with... Oh my god, his team up with Luna, it makes him even more annoying. 3 turrets and one of them is stronger? Yeah, nah, he's disgusting. Like, his damage output is so good. And then, even better, he can do the thing that I love everybody else for. He can counter the healer meta because his ult can one-shot out of healer ults. So, I mean, of course, it's a lot harder for his ult. Like, you have to catch the person in the center and all that sort of stuff. But, I mean, it's the fact that it still can one-shot you out of healer ults. That's good. So if you time it right, like if you have like a MoonKnight with you, or you have someone with like a suction ability, and you pull them into the center of it before it goes off, man, that's a healer ult wasted right there. You'll just kill them right through it. And I'm a Luna player. I've played Luna, and I've been killed out of healer ult with Namor ult. It's insane. So yeah, he's definitely A tier. I feel like he deserves to be an A tier. Now Psylocke, this may be glazing. I think she's S. Her value is just so good. Like, she can do anything. Like, I think there was a whole meta surrounded around her being poke because she was so strong, and I still think she's really strong. And even better, I don't really see her get banned that much, so she still gets value in even higher lobbies. Like, Hela gets banned consistently. Hawkeye gets banned consistently. Hulk gets banned consistently. But Psylocke, the only time I see her get banned is when it's a specific person ban. Like, when I see SK get banned, and her Psylocke gets banned. Like, those are specifically banning that person. You're not banning them because of the character. You're banning that person specifically. So that allows the character, like if I don't get target banned, for example, I can still play Psylocke. But if I play Hela, it doesn't matter if I'm target banned or not. Hela will still probably be banned. And it makes that a lot harder. But yeah, she has good damage. Her cooldowns come back fast. She can still one-shot. Her one-shot combo is so easy. Her movement is good. Invisibility will always be lovely. Ulting in the backline is so good. She can cancel her ult too. Like if an enemy does a healer ult, so she can immediately reposition. Like she's just so strong. She works in any team comp. And then if you have her with a Magik too, she gets the Tracer teleport thing. Man, that's so good. Arguably, I do see people saying that the old teleport that she used to have back in the beta, where she could just teleport a certain distance ahead, I see people saying that that was better, but I disagree. I don't think it was. Maybe it was. I don't know. I didn't play with it too much, but I just think it was kind of trash. Like, where were you going with that? You teleported like 15 meters in front of you or behind you or somewhere. Like, unless you could teleport to off angles, but like, she has 2 dashes and she has a movement speed boost when she's invisible. She can make those off angles without needing to teleport. So being able to go back in time 15 seconds and heal and reposition is just way better. It allows you to be a lot riskier with your plays and do a lot more crazy stuff and then still survive for it no matter what the situation is. So, like, she can dodge ultimates, all that sort of stuff by doing it. So she can overextend and then still get out. It's insane. And then she has the invisibility, the 2 dashes. Like, it's just disgusting. So I'd argue she might be even better than Iron Man. Well, no, she's not. No, she's not. Iron Man gets value no matter what. But she can be shut down if there's too much healing or if the tanks just, like, play around her, you know what I'm saying? She can be countered, but really, he's just so strong. So I think right here is pretty fair. Witch is like C tier, but I do think she's better than Mr. Fantastic. So can I like, yeah. She's gotten a lot better. I've seen a lot of Witch players who play smart. If you play smart, she can be really annoying. Her damage is still not that crazy, but she's still good at countering dives. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's still really good at shutting them down. She can just hold left click and make them run. Her right click still do a lot of damage. People don't use her bubble enough either. Like, the little bubble she can make that stuns. But that's really good for slowing people down, like, on chokes. Like, on the Asgard map with the payload, the Chorbjorn, that one. Yeah, if you just put your bubble, like, on the choke, like, right there at the start of the game, you can really stop and halt a lot of movement, especially from the tanks that can't go past it. So, if you just use it right, it's really good. And her ult is still pretty bad. It takes a lot of team effort to make it go off. But, I mean, if you can make it work, it's still pretty good. Like, and also, people underrate the range of it, too. Like, that thing hits super, super far. So, like, really, if you just position properly and get a lot of team support and just pray that your enemy team is kind of stupid, it can go off and really still disrupt. It's still a pretty alright ult. It just never lands. But in higher lobbies, she is pretty trash. So that's why she's going to be in C tier. I'm not going to glaze her too much. But, yeah. And plus, the Magneto team up, her giving the Magneto team up is pretty good. But it's just, if it was as strong as it used to be, maybe she'd be like bottom of B tier. But nah, no. But all right, time for me to rank my main. Next, all right, I'm joking. So to be serious, he's like, this is so hard. He's the character I have the most time on. I don't know where to put him, like. Because he's in a bad state right now. He's, like, arguably the worst dive. I, like, want to put him here. He's better than Rocket. But, like, his main prey. Like, let me explain. Because as a Spider-Man with over 50 hours on him. Yeah, it's like a Spider-Man main who has over 50 hours on him. What happens with him is that he needs to be able to target and kill healers, right? And I'm ranking him based off the average Spider-Man, like, and how he's intended to be played. So you can use animation cancels and stuff, but like you're really not intended to be able to do that. And you can, but it still takes a lot of skill to be able to do that. You have to change so many settings to make him viable. It's just like, yeah, they gave him the writer's treatment. Like, he's just so bad. You have to play out of your fucking mind to get any type of value out of him. And even when I play out of my mind, I can still barely get value out of him. Like, bro, go on YouTube. There's literally a new guide every week as to new stuff to do with Spider-Man, just for half of it to be useless. Like, it's all for looks. Like, a lot of the stuff you can do with Spider-Man is useless. And again, like, I don't want to sound like Cope. He is good, like, if you use him properly, but it just takes so much skill and all of your cooldowns to get 1 or 2 kills. It's disgusting. And then he can be CC'd out of his ult. He can be, if he gets CC'd one time, he just explodes, he dies. His cooldowns literally make him unable to play the game for like 10 seconds. It's stupid. So, yeah, like, for example, his main targets are healers and out of position DPSs, okay? Let me go down the list. So, in a 1v1, I don't see him being able to kill her. She can double jump backwards to escape his combo, and she can push him off of him, go invisible, all under the sun. She can do anything to escape him. So even if he catches her off guard, she can still do literally anything to get him off of her. She can do bubble, and she can do phase with cloak to get away, and then communicate with her team to get him off. So yeah, he can't do anything. And because she literally inside of her bubble, she's immortal. he can bait it out, but even still, like, once the team knows that there's a Spider-Man, they're gonna, like, a good Cloak and Dagger will know how to play around that. Luna can freeze him. I think he could handle a Luna pretty good, but it's the fact that she's 275, right? So you have to do, like, some pretty intricate shit to kill her now because she's 275, and his animation cancel is nerfed because he used to be able to dispose of her pretty easily, but now you have to do such crazy shit to be able to kill her if you don't have the Venom team up. Now, if you have the Venom team up, that makes him better because he can just one-shot. But as a Spider-Man one trick,
life is hard sometimes.
I just felt.
But at least maybe I can make it easier for other
people. But like, it's the fact that.
Watch out! They're headed our way.
God damn! Shut up, Spider-Man. Shit. But like for example, this combo should work. If I can do it, yeah, like that would work. But you see that takes time, you know? Like
Fist is ready to punch.
You need skill. Like a lot of Spider-Man mains don't know how to do that too, because she's 275, so that works. But like the main combo a lot of people try to go for is like if it comes back. Like hold on, like this. Like, they try to go for something. I don't know. Like, it's just, well, I'm not one of those normal Spider-Man. I don't go for the easy shit. Like, this. Like, he has so much health. And you're in their face. She can CC you. She can come talk to her team. She can double headshot you. Like, can't she double headshot to kill? Let me see what Luna can do. Like, hold on.
Superpowers are amazing.
Damage. But you see that effect on Luna, right? Like, I play Luna, so I know what she can do to counter Spider-Man. Like, doesn't this two-shot?
See them?
Damn near. Like, a good Luna has game sense, and they will start beaming you as soon as you get there. Or they'll hit the freeze, right? And you're double headshot, you're dead. Or she'll tell her team, because look how long the freeze lasts.
Snowball fight.
You're frozen for that long. The team's going to turn around and just beam you, though. You're dead. So with Spider-Man, it's, he can't really beat Luna. He can. She's like the easiest one to beat, I'd say. Because, I mean, her CC is a lot easier to dodge than Mantis's. But he can somewhat beat her, but she's 275. That's what makes her hard, you know? And then she has her self-healing too. Like any form of healing in the middle of his combo, and he dies. Like, because again, his basic combo doesn't kill. He has to add extra stuff and stay in the fight longer to get the kill, right? And then that's if she's still 275. If she gets more healing and more health, then she out-heals his combo and she'll survive it. And then he has to leave. Which is, I mean, he done a lot of damage. But, like, he didn't get the kill. So he just dove, used all of his cooldowns just to not get a kill, and now he has to leave. And then he has to wait, like, 15 seconds to get more cooldowns and try again. And by the time he gets back, all of her cooldowns are probably also back up. Like, you know how I said with Panther, it's pretty good if you bait out Loki totem and stuff like that? It is, because his cooldowns come back faster than everybody else's. So he'll be back and ready to dive again before his cooldowns come back. But with Spider-Man, it's like, his cooldowns take so long, like, for everything to come back, to be able to do everything, that either if he like, I mean, they don't take that long. So like for Loki, in Loki's case, he could still do something. But like in Luna's case, or anyone with a CC, it takes so long and it takes like just so much, and then you can barely get the kill too. It's just so much. But I think because of the Venom team up, I think that does move him up a bit. He literally cannot kill Jeff. He can't. I've tried. Killing Jeff is so hard. If the Jeff is actually smart, like you'll dive Jeff, he'll bubble himself like 15 times and it'll push you off, and then he'll just swim away and you can't do anything about that. Adam is food. Yeah, I gotta put Adam back down here. I'm sorry. He's just so bad. Like, if he gets dove, he can't do anything. He just dies. He can self-heal. Yeah, but if you bait out the self-heal, then leave and then come back, he just dies. He can't do anything. Especially if you have Venom too. Yeah, he's food. But yeah, Spider-Man will go like right here. I think he's currently one of the worst DPSs in the game. These four are still down here because they're genuinely not that good and they take so much to make work. And Spider-Man, at least with the team up, gets saved. But if Venom team up didn't exist, he'd probably be in C tier, if I'm being so for real. But anyway, Star-Lord is like top of A, maybe even S. He just melts, and his ult is just so good. Like, the iframes off his dash, he can literally dodge every ult in the game. He can dodge out of Spider-Man combo. He can dodge Namor ult. He can just dodge everything. He has a miniature Spider-Man ult as in his base kit, which is insane. Like a miniature Reaper ult with his E, which does so much damage. Like, that one move does more damage than Spider-Man's whole combo, which is bullshit. That is stupid. Like, I gotta show it off. Right.
Can't help themselves.
Spider-Man's basic combo does like this.
Watch out, they're headed our way.
So it's about that much. So you have about 3 bars left, okay?
Fight for the...
But look, I think Spider-Man's melee damage should be increased. His melee damage is pathetic, but anyways. Where's Star-Lord? Right here. So that was like, he had 3 bars left, but I think this does...
Call the right guy.
Look at that, bro! What? Like... And then 2 bullets and you're dead. Or that was 4, but you know what I'm saying. Like, what? 1 button, just being near you, 1 button does more than Spider-Man's whole combo? Are you kidding me?
3, 2, 1,
And then he can do that much damage to everyone who's around him, bro. Like, look at this, bro. That's so good.
in your face, loser.
And then this flight is really good, too. Like, hold on, look at this.
Coming right at ya.
If he just... Oh, they're 250s. They're 250s. She's a 275, I forgot. Look at her health, bro. Oh, my...
Who's the man?
So literally, if he just jumps onto like a healer who's already used their CC or something like that, or they miss their
boy.
CC,
Here
they
they
just
come.
lose 249 HP. That's insane. That's insane. Anyways, yeah, he's definitely A tier. He deserves it. He may go in S, maybe, but it's just I don't see enough good Star-Lords to make him S.
Pretty sure those are bad guys.
No, I think he's better than Hela. Yeah, no, he's better than Hela in my opinion. Because like his damage is so good, his versatility is good, his ult is really strong. It's hard to counter. Like you can counter her ult by just flying in front of her, but like with his ult, you really can't. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely goes up here. He might be better than her too. Really? Yeah, I think he might be better than Psylocke too. His range is just way better as well. Like she needs to be somewhat close, or else her damage is pretty butt. But like. He doesn't need to be that close. Plus, he's so easy to play. Like, his kit being so basic is also what puts him above her. Because she does take a bit of skill in order to be, you know, pretty good. But anyone could just pick up the game and just start playing with it. And if you have somewhat decent aim, like, look at this. Hold on. If you just have a brain and somewhat decent aim, like, even from this far away, right? Like, look at this. There's, like, no recoil. Look at that. Oh, wait. I'm not
Oh, they do not look happy.
And then he can just reload.
Double
Look at this, bro.
kill.
There's like no recoil. Look at that, bro. That's disgusting. And I'm 30 meters away. Just... What the hell? I didn't even know it was this broken.
Wow, 4 in a row.
Oh, sweet moves, right?
The damage is insane. Yeah, Star-Lord's definitely S tier, undoubtedly. He can't kill through healer ults, but like he's still really strong. Squirrel Girl's trash. She's like, her ult getting above makes her really annoying, and she can pour a lot of damage onto a choke. So I'd say she's better than these two or all of these characters, but like, she's still terrible. Yeah, she's not that good. Again, her ult is what is her saving grace. Her ult being buffed, but even still, like it's so easy to just mess up and not do good. And a lot of characters can counter it, and plus since it has a lot less HP, it can just be destroyed too. That's also a thing. But yeah, I mean, it's just a problem for healers. Like if she aims that at healers, they just get ran through. But yeah, there's not too much to say. She's not that good in my opinion. But Storm is definitely an A tier now. She is, I'd say, right here. I think here's pretty fair. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put her. Yeah, I'd put her above MoonKnight maybe. It's because like she efficiently stops dives, right? Like if any dive enters her domain, they just get absolutely touched. Like she's good at defending her backline. If she has good positioning, she's also a demon to deal with. Just really, really strong character overall. Her ultimate literally just ends games. It ends fights. Like if you don't have a healer ult to stop it, she can kill an entire team. Like she's one of the only characters in the entire game that even a bad Storm, if I see her pop ult, you lose if you don't have a healer ult. Like I've seen people do like Spider-Man ult and maybe get 1 or 2 kills, or Witch ult maybe get 1 or 2, or like anyone ult they get maybe 3, somewhere around 4. Like they get usually, but like the fact that her ult does so much damage, she gets a lot of healing off of it, so you can't get her out of it. She can't be CC'd out of it, I don't think. And then it just does so much damage, and she can move, and she can choose where to launch it. Like she starts it, and it can choose anywhere to launch it, and then just like be anywhere. It kills tanks too. Yeah, nah, her ult is just so strong. Even before her buff, her ult used to be the only thing that was good about her kit, and now that her entire kit is better and the ult is still strong, it's over. Like you can't win. So if she pops ult and you don't have a healer ult, you still lose. And even if you pop healer ult, if there's anyone outside of the healer ult, she'll just chase them down with her ult and just kill them. Like they just die. So yeah, it's just disgusting. Punisher is S tier, easily. I'd say he's consistently gonna be S tier. Hit scan, he's really good. It's hard to dive him even if he's out of position because of the shotgun one shots. It's stupid. The turret will always be so annoying to stop at the start of fights. Any game you see a Punisher, if they've set up the turret well, it's always a problem. You have the entire team trying to shut his turret down. If he gets Rocket team up, he's even more of an issue. His ult is just like Storm ult. It's one of the only ults in the game where I see where it almost always gets like 4 or 5 kills, never less. So it's a little aimbot with missiles. He's good at countering dives too, because if he plays it in the middle, if he hits you one time with that shotgun, if you're nearby him, you just explode. You see what I'm saying here? And then he has infinite ammo. He doesn't even need to use the shotgun. He just holds left click and just finds you. You die. And then the smoke bomb is really good. The grapple, the zip line is very underrated. It's really good. Like, I've seen a lot of clips of Punishers who use the zip line and dive with Punisher. They'll use him as a dive character. They'll zip line, they'll fly at somebody, they'll one pump them, or they'll use their smoke bomb to like a flint knock gun from Fortnite to push themselves back, and then boom, one shot to the head. They've done that to Hela. It's just so unexpected too. Like, you can't, how do you react to that? How do you counter that? You can't. You see a Punisher flying at you, boom, 200, 220. Like, you're just dead. Like, you can't do anything to that. And of course, that's not as known as a playstyle, but it's just, he's just so well rounded. And then he's 300 HP, isn't he? Or is he 250? I don't know how much HP he has anymore. But either way, he's not 250. He's more than 250, so that makes him even stronger. I think he's 300, but he might not be. I don't know. But either way, just really, really well-rounded all-around character. And even better, he's simple. He's easy. He's the basic run-and-gun character. So anybody can play him to a proficient level, and he's annoying. So, yeah. Bucky is like B tier. Nah, I think he's like A. Let me see. His ult isn't as good in higher ranks because nobody is letting him get 15 kills off of it. But it's still pretty good for disruptions, I guess. Let me think. I'd say he's strong, but he's good at isolating people too. Like with his hook, he's really good at isolating. But he's just not as strong. And even with the team with Rocket, I don't think he gets that crazy. Yeah, I mean, if he hits his headshots, if he does his resets right, he can be pretty good with his dash too. I don't know. He's just not that crazy. I don't really have much to say on him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is better than this. But, like, I don't know. He's okay. He's okay. He's not the craziest character. And then finally, Wolverine. Wolverine is clear S tier. Like, that's like, unarguable. He's S tier. I think he's higher than, let me see. Hold on. I'm lagging a bit, my thing. I think he should go, like, really high. Like, he deserves to be really, really, really high. Like, really high. Yeah, because, I mean, like, there's just no way to beat him. Like, he's just disgusting. Like, anyone who plays tank can understand the sentiment that a good Wolverine, you can't do anything. You literally cannot. If he chooses to dive you, it's over. Your only counter is nothing. You can't. You can only defend, but you can't counter. Like, that's the only thing. Like, his health, he has 350. Then he gets more health off of his passive. He recharges his passive faster if he's just abusive and he does damage. Like, his dive completely just shuts you down. You can't fight. And if he isolates you, you're just alone. You get gangbanged by the team. He can just keep doing it over and over and over. He's not that hard to play, so he's a very simple character to pick up. So a lot of Wolverines are just doing it easily off the noggin. His ultimate is so annoying because he'll dive you, he'll grab you, he'll stun lock you so he can do a bunch of damage. He'll pick you up with your ult, and in the ult, it'll kill you, but he'll direct it towards your backline. So he's not only killing you, but now he's on your backline. Shing, 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 shing. He's just killing everything, bro. He's disgusting. Like, and then again, he still has the passive where he just gets more health. Like, he gets Hulk team up too, because oh my god, Hulk is the... Yeah, you're going here. I forgot about the Wolverine team up. So that just gives him more mobility now. Yeah, Hulk goes S tier. Yeah, I'm sorry. Nah, Hulk goes S tier. And, yeah, because Hulk just... You see why Hulk has to get banned all the time, bro? Like, because again, it gives Wolverine, who's like the best DPS in the game right now, more mobility. It gives Iron Man, who's also really strong, a lot more ability. And then it gives Strange, who's also one of the best tanks in the game, a lot more power, gives you more power, gives you a better idea at doing your job. Hulk is just so good. Like, he's really, really good. Really good. So, yeah, he has to be S tier. S tier is looking a little bloated, though, but I don't think anyone can be removed from here. Well, I may take out her. Yeah, she could probably go, like, top of A. Maybe? Huh. I don't know why. I kind of feel like Namor might be better than her. Because Namor just shuts down a lot more than her. I don't know. His versatility is just better too. Because she can dodge stuff with her bird. But he can just straight up like be invincible inside of his bubble. You know? And then like if he communicates with his team, he can get a full heal. And then he can glide away. All she can really do is reposition. Like she can't get heals. She can't really do much. Like, well, she can. These two are interchangeable. But I just think since he can literally just completely shut down dives, that like he himself is a counter to the dive meta. While she doesn't really counter anything, she just puts out good damage, but so does he. He puts out damage on her level, but he can also divvy up the damage, and then with a team up, he gets even more damage because of another turret. I think that just makes him a little bit better than her. That's maybe a hot take, but I'm not like other people. I'm not just gonna follow the opinions of everybody else. I'm gonna go off what I've experienced. And as a Spider-Man main who plays a lot of dive characters and stuff, he counters the dives too well. Like, I will literally be playing Spider-Man and be tearing up a lobby, and then, yeah, they'll switch to Namor, and it just makes me have to, like, start playing different or play a different character. But they'll switch to Hela, and it won't do shit. Like, it's not that hard, like, to counter Hela. Like, it's really not. But, yeah, I think that's it for the tier list. I think this is pretty fair. Let me know if you guys think I should change anything. I might do a tier list of the team-ups next. I think I should probably do that. That'd be really cool. Because I don't think I see many people do that. So I may do that soon. And I may even do a tier list of the skins and stuff, because I like doing tier lists. This was fun. This was very fun. But yeah, I don't think this is crazy to say. I feel like this is pretty fair. She's definitely one of the best characters in the game. I might switch these two, actually. Nah. I mean, because, like, for example, like, her with her bubble, I've outskilled her and pulled her with Spider-Man's web pull out of her bubble to kill her. You know, like there's ways to outsmart her, but with her, it's just she's invisible. You can't outsmart that, you know? Like she simply pushes you away and double jumps. There is no outsmarting or baiting that out. She can literally reposition to wherever she wants and pushes you away. And she can push tanks off of the map. I've seen it happen, like on the Spider Island, Tokyo 2099 map, whatever. She get pushed off the map. Oh, the Asgard maps, like the indoor one. You know what I'm saying? With the point, the indoor one. Yeah, not the payload, but the indoor one. Yeah, get pushed off the map. She can fuck up ults. Like she can push Spider-Man away so his ult misses. She can push like what of course she could push Spider-Man. That's so annoying, but whatever. But yeah, and then plus again she has she just does such ridiculous levels of healing. And then she has the Luna effect, which means she can heal while also doing damage. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good list. Wolverine, maybe I'm glazing. No. I think he's fair here. He's just so strong. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good list. You can see where I put Squirrel Girl. Yeah, wait, where is she? Yeah, she's right here. She's C tier in my opinion. Let me think. I still think she's C tier. I don't really know if I can. She's top of C. She's really top of C. And I was getting railed by her in some games. So I'll admit she's definitely a problem, but I don't know if she should be B tier, you know? Like she just seems like the only reason she's doing so well against me is because I'm Mr. Fantastic and I never see her, you know? Yeah, you don't blame it on, because at least she's top of C tier, you know? And if I'm being honest, I think I might put him above Witch. Yeah, I'm going to put him above Witch. Yeah, because as I'm playing him, he just seems to get more value. Like, he's good at tanking. He's good at shielding his allies. He can kind of counter dive by just blocking his, putting health shields on his healers. He can put his, what's it called? Like, triple support is a hard counter, true. Like, she can't really do anything. I mean, her ult does counter support, but at the same time, everybody can stop her ult. It's just, I feel like he's better. And plus, his shift ability is just so good. But, yeah, that's the tier list.